So nice.
Yellow
Welcome SnowMakerTV. Route to campsite called Freezy68, as usual using KLCC's Twin Tower as central. Approximately around 45 minutes at 41 km using Lebuh Raya Way, KL to Guang Musang. I would highly suggest to use the Jln Gombak Way, which is here. Using Jln Gombak Way simply because you will get a nice winding road with a scenic views. No doubt it's a winding road that looks like this. Just have to drive slow and steady. Once you arrive this junction, make sure you slow and turn right at that looks like this. You will definitely see an Indian temple, just drive straight. While you're driving straight, just drive slow as the road is narrow and you're able to see a bridge. And continue drive straight and you will see a gate in front of you. Pretty interesting. As you all can see, the river is already on our left hand side. Wow, there's a lot of butterfly. Oh, you see?
Yeah. Where are the...
Wow, so nice. Welcome SnowMakerTV.
Yellow and white butterfly.
So nice. Wow, this is really nice, this campsite.
Trees very tall.
Alright, let's start from the entrance here. The facilities of this campsite called Freezy68. Start from the entrance there. The security here is so good because they gated it and locked it. Only campers that are allowed to come in here. The campsite owner will open the gate for us. So now looking at us at the camera now, Freezy68 total, they have 5 zones, which is A, B, C, D and E. And last but not least, the last zone, they call it RTT zone. So now we are walking towards from the main entrance at the back of us, which is the gate that I just mentioned. Please look at on our left hand side. Of course, today is Friday and it's a Hari Raya holiday season and a lot of campers are here today. So let's start off from Zone A, which is have 3 plots. Zone A, 1 and 2 and 3 plots. And this is how it looks like. Of course, the campers already start setting up. Better not to disturb their privacy. And I will show you guys how this plot looks like, which is Zone A, which is have 3 plots. Isn't it nice? Basically, the zone right from A to E, right, all plots, right, is next to the river stream. So it's so convenient. If you guys as the campers love river stream and play with the cold water here, definitely Freezy68 is the place for you to come and visit. Now let's walk further down, which is after the Zone A. Now we're at Zone B. And Zone B total, they have 5 plots, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Come, let's check it out. Today,
they circled the plots with stone.
Yes.
So
as
like
you can see,
stone.
Yeah, flintstone. That's the good one, B. So now on our left hand side is Zone B, which is 1 to 5 plots. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. They circle it with a pretty big rock. So let's check it out. So by letting you guys to check it out, of course I will show you guys 360 degrees of Zone B. Do stay tuned and watch the entire video until you watch the entire zone before you guys coming here for your camping adventures and moment with your friends and family. Alright, before showing you guys the 360 degrees of this zone V, right? Now, basically I'm standing at plot 1, plot 2, and plot 3, which is B, is standing, and behind her is plot 4. B4.
Come, I want to show you something.
Yeah.
Come with me. You see? Do you see a lot of butterflies here?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Wow. They are white, yellow and orange butterflies. And this is actually quite a good plot because it's very well accessible to the river streams.
Of course, now we are standing at the plot B4. Check this out, the river stream is just beside us. Isn't it amazing? And the water are super clean and super crystal clear. Okay, last but not least, for zone B, right, plot 5 will be over here. So you see, plot 5 is over here, just next to the road, which is further from the river. This is zone B, and on my right hand side, which is B1 and 2, behind me, which is the plot B2, right, there's a big rock over here. If you guys don't mind with this big rock beside the river stream, zone B2 definitely will be enjoyable for you to do your camping adventures and moment. And now I'm stepping at the B3 and B4 on my right hand side. So this is 360 degree, and this is how it looks like. Of course, do not miss the B5 zone B, which is on my right hand side.
On my left hand side, you can see the signage, Freezy68. And I believe this place is where the caretaker stayed. And why it is called Freezy is because this place at night is freezing cold. It's around 20 degrees, so advisable of all of you who come here, bring along your long pants or jackets, because at night it's pretty cold like Genting.
Yes, thank you B for the introductions of the Freezy68.
But why 68?
I'm not sure, maybe perhaps you would like to check with the campsite owner. So let's move on after the zone B, right, which is 5 plots all in total. Now let's move on. As you can see, this is the track. It's not mud road, but the campsite owner thoughtful enough to put rocks and sand, so that if you drive your car towards the wild campsite, towards the zone D and E, which is further down of us, no problem driving your vehicles over here. Even though you're using a sedan car, no problem. But of course, for the wild campsite zone, highly recommended to use 4x4 cars, which is quite challenging because the road there are quite muddy and it's not very far distance. We will definitely show you guys how the track looks like when towards the wild campsite in Freezy68. Now continue. Would like to share with you on the left hand side, which is the zone. They call it RTT, and RTT only have 2 zones and two plots. Yes, I will definitely show you guys the measurements of this from the campsite owner. They're thoughtful enough to prepare the measurements, and this is how it looks like. The measurements of all the entire campsite, every plot from A to E, and RTT on my left hand side, and this is how it looks like. Alright, so let's move on. From zone A, B, C and RTD zone, right, the nearest to the changing room and washroom and bathroom, this is the track. As you can see, I'm standing at a cross junction here. Alright, cross junction. From the entrance, from the gate, turning right is the washroom and the changing room, which is up the hill there, which is nice track with rocks and sand. Once again, I would like to repeat from zone A to C and also the RTD zone. The nearest way is this way to your changing room and your bathroom. So now continue to check out the facilities of their toilet.
Okay.
And this is how the steps looks like.
Okay, let me walk first.
How's the steps?
Pretty okay. But they still need to do something about the steps, right?
The steps are not really even, but it's good enough. So campers, if you're coming to Freezy68, just careful when you're going up these steps, because some steps we noticed they uses some bricks. They uses some drainage covers. So you can see that it's uneven steps. So just be careful when you're going up these steps. But these steps is good enough for campers to come for the camping adventures.
And because this place is new, just started in the month of January this year, so it's around 4 months, and the facilities here is quite clean and new. You can see the washing area, the taps and all that are new and clean.
Right now, as you can see, the female washroom is on my right and male washroom is on my left. Before we're going into the washroom and let you guys what sort of facilities they have, I will show you guys how many taps over here in Freezy68. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no worries to brush your teeth, wash your face in the morning, and wash your plates and bowls after your meal in Freezy68.
But the thing is, here at night now, it's not lighted up because they are using solar, so it's pretty dark. So when during the night, especially for females, this area is very, very dark. So you have to bring your own torch light, so to keep you safe.
Yes, what we mentioned just now, these campsites are pretty new. I think around maybe 4 months, 4 or 5 months. So basically, right, they are using solar to light up the area, especially the washroom. So washroom, right, the lights are acceptable, not as bright as the normal lights. And the lights, if possible, you bring your own lights to lighten up your bathroom. So total have 2 toilets and 2 bathrooms, and this is how it looks like. The first one of the male toilet. Very nice, with a tap, with a shower head over here. Very clean. And then there's a hanger. Campsite owner thoughtful enough, and I really like this roof, which is transparent. Using the natural light from the sun to light up the bathroom. A tap, a shower head, and also a hanger. So thoughtful enough, the campsite owner. And as you know, SnowMakerTV, myself and Bee been numbers of campsite already. And this is the very first campsite built a squat toilet.
Nice.
Which is thoughtful enough, which is nice. Alright, this is all about for the toilet and the bathroom facilities in the Freezy68.
Okay, now I'm bringing you all to the female washroom just to have a glance. It's actually the same like Snow has mentioned, so I just let you see it's pretty spacious and the pressure is really strong and it's pretty clean. And to recommend you all, if you want to take bath at night, the water is very cold, so try to take bath earlier, before 8 o'clock.
Now, after the toilet and the bathroom facilities at Freezy68, right, we are standing beside the bathroom, the facilities, we are standing at Zone C. Zone C totally have 6 plots, which is 1 to 6. And of course, in front of us, there's 2 car parking over there. The area is actually parking. If you guys campers, right, coming for Freezy68, you guys can actually park over there. But of course, their plots are so big, you're actually allowed to park next to your tent, and you can set up your tent easily for Zone A to E and also RTT zone.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this campsite. You can reload and unload your things. Very convenient.
We will show you guys the premium camping at above the hill on our right hand side, but I will show you guys better looks on the video from Zone D later on after I sharing with you guys at Zone C right now. As you can see, now we are at Zone C. Where are we standing now? It covers 4 plots, which is from plots 3 to 6. And as below us, also under Zone C, which is covered 2 plots over here. Just above the parking area, as you can see, this is how it looks like. Isn't it amazing? But of course, Zone Z is further from the river stream. But nevertheless, you can walk like at least maybe 20 to 30 steps to the river stream, which is over there. As you can see, opposite there, there's our tent. There's the Zone D, and going up is the Zone E. Please join us and watch the entire video.
It's just that from our Zone D to the washroom area is quite a distance because we want the privacy. So there's sacrifices needed to be made. So it's just that we have to walk a bit more further to the washing area. But just treat it as exercise.
Alright, now it's 360-degree time at Zone C, which is the total have 6 plots. Currently, I'm standing in between the plot 3 and 4, 5 and 6. So this is how it looks like. Alright, on our right hand side is plot 1 and 2 for Zone C, and the parking as below, as I mentioned just now. A quick share with you guys on our right hand side, up the hill. Campsite owner did share with us that they're going to build a premium camping for you guys in near future. Do stay tuned and check it out.
And there will also be tents, ready tents to be rented out. So do not worry if you are a beginner of camping. You can actually rent out the tent and try your camping experience here and see whether it suits you or whether you like these activities or no.
Yes. Finally, we finished to show you guys from Zone A to Zone C and also the RTT zone. Now we are actually walking towards the Zone D and Zone E. As you can see, our Nation High tent is over there. That's the Zone D1. But of course, for Zone A to C, right, the nearest to go to the toilet as early in this video, we show you guys the cross junctions to the nearest toilet. And of course, for Zone D and E, right, basically the nearest to go to the toilet, which is this way, just behind us, going through the Zone C.
Yeah, if Zone C, their campus, then it will be pretty public for the Zone D and E campus to walk through and back. So they may not feel comfortable. So then by then maybe need to use the longer track, which is the Rockstone Road.
Yes.
If you guys haven't subscribed to SnowMakerTV channel, please do click the subscribe button and also click like and share it to your friends, and it will help us to grow this channel. And also our channel is mainly focusing on outdoor activities and also coffee content, and we will share with you guys on the campsite review so that you have a better picture before you come to the campsite. And then we would also want to share with you guys our camping experiences to promote nature and Malaysia camping.
Now we are walking towards the Zone D and E. Currently where I'm standing now is Zone D, D1, which is our tapa. As you can see, the tree just in front of me.
Hey guys, we chose to pitch our tent here because it's near the river stream, and then we also face our tent looking at the forest view. Can you see the beautiful forest view there?
Yeah.
And then here there are a lot of butterflies, so I suppose kids will love so much because they can play catching with the butterflies. And then we also took some small durians. Can you see how small it is? Because the person in charge here did say that they planted quite a number of durian trees here. Okay.
Alright, let's move on. Zone D, D1, the tapa, it looks like this. Trees in front of us, and the other tree is in front of us. So this is the straight line, which is Zone D. Of course, next to it will be the Zone D2, plot D2. And this is how it looks like, D3. And of course, the D4 campus already set up their tent not for us to interrupt their privacy. We will move on to Zone E.
Okay. I didn't bring my hiking shoes, so I'm walking on my slippers. So hopefully that the road is quite okay for me to walk through.
As you can see, the track of this road walk towards the Zone E. Zone E, after the Zone E will be the wild camping. One thing special about this campsite, Freezy68, they have a special wild campsite which is in front of us. So we will walk towards there. The campsite owner actually did share with us the wild camping site by walking approximately around 100 meters. So we will walk there. Hopefully we're able to reach the campground, and we will definitely show you guys how it looks like. And of course now we are at Zone E. The furthest and a little bit inside of this campsite, Freezy68, and this is Zone E, Plot 1, Plot 2, and walking towards, as you all can see, B is just standing in front of us, and Plot 3.
And bring you guys to see the river stream from here.
Yep, Plot 3, and in front of us is Plot 4. So of course for this plot, this zone D and E next to the river stream, and this is how the river stream looks like.
And you can see that there's a stone track that is built to walk down to the streams and play with the water. But our side there, Zone D, there's no track to go down. So just now the landlord was saying that he will actually build something for us so that we can actually go down to enjoy the water. Okay. The good thing about this Freezy68 is because they have a lot of very tall trees and surrounded by the forest, so it's very cooling. Especially yesterday night, it was like freezing cold. Yeah. Around 20 degrees. Wow. So it's like the Genting temperature.
Yep. Before we walk further down in front of us, which is the wild camping site. So this is how the Zone E, Plot E4.
And if you would love to have some privacy, you can actually choose Zone D and Zone E because it's more private. But if you want to play with the water, then you have to choose somewhere very public.
Yep. Alright, basically I would like to show you guys the 360 degrees of this Zone E. So which is plot E1, 2, 3 and 4. Now basically I'm standing at plot E3. I will show you guys the entire Zone E 360 degrees. This is how it looks like. River on my right hand side. This is the track for the cars driving through to Zone E and towards the wild campsite. Alright, so let's move on and I will show you guys how it looks like for the wild campsite. Just saw two 4x4 vehicles just came out from the wild campsite. I heard from the campsite owner mention he highly recommend to use 4x4 vehicles to enter the wild campsite. There's a meaning behind it. There's a reasons behind it why they call it wild campsite. But I did ask the campsite owner, are we able to walk inside to the wild campground? He said yes. Go and explore ourselves and have a adventurous trail while we're walking towards this campsite. Hope we're able to walk the entire 100 meters to this wild campsite. And if yes, we'll definitely show you guys how the wild campsite looks like.
It's going uphill.
Yeah. As you can see, first challenge before even started, already facing a very steep climb.
So I have to have some stamina.
And I'm actually wearing a hiking shoe and B wearing a slipper. I'm not sure whether she's able to survive or not.
Because I didn't know have to hike. So I didn't bring those good hiking shoes.
This is another track. Very hilly and quite muddy.
Wow, the trees are beautiful.
Wow, we just love those trees, you see? Check out those tall trees. One thing I really love about those campsites, right? have those tall old trees. You know, those really jungle feel, the kind of atmosphere. Really love that. Check out the trees.
Wow,
Check out those trees.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Would you dare
Really
to
cool.
go solo camping in this type of campsite?
Yeah. Are you
To
okay?
challenge yourself.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I think the owner did say that before the river is their land, but after
Oh.
you have crossed the river, it will be the other side, right?
Oh, I think we are at
Is there a river?
100 meters. We actually arrived already.
So fast, huh?
Oh, not that far actually. 100 meters.
Oh. Hello.
So finally, we already arrived at the wild campsite plot. As you all can see, this is how it looks like. I most probably will plan my solo camping. Will you like to join my solo camping here? Use our backpack and walk inside here and set up our tent.
Must prepare a toilet.
Oh, toilet? No choice, we will walk outside there and have toilet.
Huh? Cannot, it's too far. You have to prepare your own toilet.
So this is how it looks like, wild campsite. A lot of flat ground here. Set up tent here, over there, but here of course a little bit slope. So really a lot of nice spots. Of course towards downwards is the river stream. How about this side? Check this out, that's the river stream.
It means cross the river.
Quite deep.
That means cross to opposite side.
I'm not sure how we're able to enter to the river stream. As you all can see, it's pretty steep here. Maybe somewhere in front there's a steps going down to the water stream to enjoy the water. You see how deep is the forest is?
I would see whether I can try to come here solo or not.
Yeah, now this wild campsite is a family over there just behind us. They're having their adventures in the wild campsite. Definitely we will try out this wild campsite. Now we are walking back, and stay tuned and watch the entire video as we are about to share our 5 packs, feelings and thoughts, and others topic. Stay tuned.
I survived with my slipper, yay!
For myself, for pro and cons, the pros definitely in Freezy68, the service are super. Basically, when I texted the campsite owner via the WhatsApps, very fast response. Whatever inquiries or questions I asked them about their the way of bookings, the way the service and the facilities here. And of course, when we settled down at our plot D1, right, the caretaker himself will come over to our plot here and check on us and ask us, is everything okay, or any queries. And like for example, I asked for the woods, brought the woods to our plot here and gave us the woods for our campfire.
Yeah, I do agree on the service. It's really welcoming,
Yes.
and it makes us feel like we are at home.
Yeah.
And the pros about this Freezy68 campsite is actually the stunning and spectacular view.
Yeah.
In here you can actually have both forest view and also river view.
Yeah.
And there are actually some activities that you can do here and explore, where the kids or the adults can play with the river, or you can just making coffees, enjoying the forest view, or you can take a hike up to explore the wild camping area.
Yeah.
It is about 100 meters, is it?
Yes, very
From
short
here.
distance.
Yeah, so you can do some exercise here.
Yeah.
It's really good. And the location here is very near. It's just
Yeah.
about 45 minutes drive from our site. So if you're looking to escape from a city, so this place is a choice. And also if you like cold weather, this place at night is actually pretty cooling. It's
Yeah.
around 20 degrees. So we actually enjoy very cold weather with some rain.
So of course, talking about the weather here, if you are staying around PJs or Subang area or Shah Alam, right? Basically, Freezy68 is the nearest campsite within the Selangor area. Don't need to go to Camera Highlands, no need to go to Genting Highlands. You will get the cold weather, especially at night. So remember to bring extra clothes or blanket when you overnight in the Freezy68. For pros, right, I really love this campsite Freezy68 because the parkings are so convenient. You can actually park in front of your plot. Even from zone A to zone E, the RTD zone, all the zones are so convenient. You can park in front of your plot and unload and load your things when you're going back home. So for cons now, as you know, I always love to touch on lightings at the campsite. So as you know, Freezy68 are pretty new campsite. We are grateful and able to experience camping moment in Freezy68. And Freezy68, right, basically these campsites are pretty new, as in like maybe 5 months like that. So most of the zone from A to E, right, they are pretty dark here. They are not lighted up. And of course, for toilet and bathroom, they are lighted up under using solar systems, but not entirely bright, but bright enough for you to do your toilet break or showering. I will highly advise and suggest to bring your lantern or even your LED lights to when you're walking from your zone, from your campground to the toilet. So for cons, right, for myself, the second cons is the grass here are pretty long. So currently, right, our plot is D1 zone D. So every time when we go for toilet break or do our shower, we have to walk through zone C. Zone C, going through zone C to go to the toilet break. So the grass here are pretty long on the left hand side, especially the left hand side and the right hand side. So as you know, Freezy68, the forests here are pretty deep. We wouldn't know whether there's snakes or things like that. So when you guys going for toilet break, especially at night, remember to bring a torchlight or your lamp. So if campsite owner, you are watching this, hope you're able to cut the grass maybe a little bit shorter.
And the trek to the toilet, perhaps they can make it better and more accessible to the campers, because we, like from zone D and E, need to walk quite a distance to the washing area. So if they can put up a more proper track and also at the stairs that's that side, it would be better. If you choose to pitch your tent at the zone D and E, probably it's not very accessible to the river playing area. So if
Quite steep.
Yeah, it's pretty steep and dangerous to go down from here. So if you have kids and they want to play with water, so advisable you take the lower plots.
Of course, to add on from what B just mentions, for example, the plot, the zone D and E, right? Only 2 plots, there's stone steps to enter to the river streams. So maybe in near future, the campsite owner will definitely make some steps for all the plots to enter to the river stream. Alright, finally we touch on tips for campers, and of course, as you all know, we are not the professional campers, but what we feel and what we thought is best for you guys. When you guys watching this video, you guys also able to pick up some tips from us. So basically for tips, right, highly recommend to bring your torchlight or your headlamps or even lanterns or things like that. As you know, these campsites are pretty new. Most of the areas are not lighted up, especially going to toilet break. So remember to bring your torchlight when you're walking through, because there's a distance from our zone to the toilet facilities.
And please bring a long sleeves shirt or light jacket, because at night it's pretty cold here. So you will enjoy the cooling weather here, and especially rain is even colder. And also bring along a pair of good shoes, because there's hiking activity here. If you love to hike, I didn't bring my good shoes, so I hike with slippers only.
Another tips here, maybe you guys would like to bring your mosquito coil. Of course, this campsite surprisingly have no mosquito at all. we are so happy about it, and B is so happy about it because got no mosquito. But the thing is, this campsite a lot of insects. Insects like attracted to lights and attracted to lantern, LED lights. There are a lot of insects here. So just in case you guys would like to bring your mosquito coil over here.
I personally like this camp area.
Yeah,
then
me
we'll
too.
definitely come back again because the distance is not too far, so it's just a short getaway. And there are many butterflies here. It's very beautiful, and a lot of insects here. If you love insects, you would like this place because we found like a blue color, like a bug. It's very special and unique here. All types of animals, sounds, cricket sounds that you can hear at night. So it's very soothing and it's very calming. Throughout our camping experience here, we saw like some campers wash their plates at the river area. Although there's a designated washing area. As campers, we need to be responsible, especially we are in the nature. So what do you guys think about this?
My feelings over here, definitely the Freezy cold here. That's why Freezy68 being named by the campsite owner, which is true, and nights are pretty cold here. And the water here, river here, also very cold. Of course, before we come over here, right, we do notice that some other campers advise be careful of the leeches here in the river. But yesterday we just dipped our leg inside the river, and so far so good, no leeches attached on our